Hey, how's it going, guys? MrBossFTW here, and in today's Fallout 4 video, I'm going to be doing the ultimate rare melee weapon guide for your character in-game. That's right, we're going over 7 of the rarest melee weapons in the game, and I'm hoping from this video, at least one of these weapons will interest you, and you'll get something out of this video. That's my goal. So again, hopefully you guys do enjoy. Let me know which one is your favorite in the comment section down below. I'm kind of interested to hear at the end of the video which melee weapon you think is the best. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get it started. All right, so the first melee weapon we're going to be getting is Creme's Tooth. Now, Creme's Tooth is actually going to be located at Dunwich Borers. It's basically this abandoned quarry that now raiders have taken over. So you're going to have to deal with raiders on the outside. So I definitely recommend bringing a set of power armor at a minimum, maybe some stim packs or something to heal you with. And then basically you just want to make your way down the quarry until you reach a door that will actually get you access to the Dunwich Borers. You need to go inside. Now in here, you're going to be dealing with a bunch of ghouls. That's kind of also why I recommend the power armor, raiders, and ghouls so that you don't get the radiation and you can obviously absorb the damage from any of the raiders that you get inside. Now basically you're just going to have to make your way through this cavern. It's pretty straightforward. You're not going to get lost. It's very, very linear. And eventually you'll make your way to the end of like the third section. I think the sections are numbered. It's like 1, 2, and 3. You'll eventually make your way through the third section. It gets kind of creepy. You're going to have to go through some weird flashbacks and whatnot. But really, once you make your way to the end, you should find yourself at this pool. And it'll be like a dead end with a pool that you can jump in. Now, before you jump in this, get out of your power armor. I shouldn't probably have to say this, but you will sink, and there isn't a slope that's low enough where you can get out. So you'd literally be stuck there, or you'd have to abandon your power armor, which would be horrible. So jump out of your power armor, swim all the way to the bottom, and you should notice on this little table right here that you'll have Creme's Tooth. And Creme's Tooth is actually pretty cool. Mine only did a damage of 47, but targets bleed and are poisoned, and it does exceptional damage. So I wouldn't take the stats for 100% certainty right there, and it only has a value of 50. But I started using this outside, and I saw great success on the raiders out there that I was killing. So I definitely recommend that you get this. It looks like a Daedric dagger from Skyrim, which is also really cool. So if that kind of interests your fancy, I definitely recommend you check this out. Creme's Tooth, located here. Super easy to find once you get past the ghouls and raiders. All right, so the next melee weapon we're going to be talking about is Shim's sword. Now, you can only get this by starting the mission, The Gilded Grasshopper, which is going to be found in Nick Valentine's detective agency. So pretty much start the Gilded Grasshopper. It's going to ask you to clear out some super mutants in like Faneuil Hall. So pretty much you have to do that. You need to make your way to the roof where you will find the Gilded Grasshopper, and then it will tell you to go to the grave of Shim, who actually is buried, or he's in like a casket or something like that. And inside of his casket, you will find Shim's sword, which does a damage of 33, but it also does radiation damage to the target with a value of 250. And also inside his casket is like gold bricks and copper and silver bricks. So definitely take them. You can either break them down or you can sell them for quite a bit of money. So I definitely recommend you do that. Overall, a pretty cool weapon. Shim's sword. The radiation damage is awesome. So I definitely recommend you do the Gilded Grasshopper and you get this rare melee weapon. The next melee weapon we're going to be looking at is Grunk Nex Axe. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. This is one of the fairly easier ones to accomplish. All you have to do is go to Hubris Comics Store. I think it's located in the center of Boston. I'll show it on the map so you guys can see what it actually looks like. And this is pretty easy. There's going to be lots of ghouls in here, but you can totally ignore them. All you have to do is go over to the display case on the left. I think it's an advanced lock, so if you haven't have an advanced lock, get that. And you can get Grunk Nex Axe out. Hits cause more stagger and targets bleed more damage. Mine had a damage of 52, speed of medium with a value of 10. And overall, this thing really does pack a heavy punch. So if you're looking for a really heavy melee weapon that just staggers enemies a lot, Grunk Nex Axe is definitely the one for you. I had a lot of great success with this weapon. Up next is actually the Furious Power Fist. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the boss fight where I actually got this Furious Power Fist, but you are going to be fighting Swan, who is a giant super mutant located at Swan's Pond. Now, Swan is a fairly difficult enemy because he throws rocks at you, but I'm sure you can maneuver away yourself around that, or if you have a companion, he will definitely be able to help. I have already upgraded mine a little bit to be the Puncturing Furious Power Fist, so it does a damage of 62, a value of 545, and the only downside from this is that you can't use it in power armor, although it does increase damage after each consecutive hit on the target. So if you're looking for a good melee weapon to use in non-power armor that's a little on the heavier side, definitely go with the Furious Power Fist. It can be found by defeating Swan at Swan's Pond. Our next rare melee weapon is actually going to be found in Diamond City. You're going to need to talk to one of the baseball vendors. I believe his name is Mo. So go over to Mo and ask to barter with him. And if you go over to his weapons, you'll actually see he has an item for sale, the Ville Slugger. It's a baseball bat that does 44 damage. Its speed is slow. It's got a weight of 3.5 and a value of 853. And it does 40% less action point cost. So this would be a great weapon to use in VATS. As you can see, it's literally just a spiked baseball bat. Now, I didn't want to purchase this because I have other weapons that I would prefer using just because the speed is so slow. But if you are interested in getting the Ville Slugger, a pretty good deal for a rare weapon, only 853 bottle caps. I definitely recommend you going to Mo in Diamond City and actually checking this out from him. Our next rare melee weapon is going to be found at the Drumlin Diner. It's kind of in between Concord and Lexington. So if you go to the Drumlin Diner, you'll meet a lady named Trudy. If this is the first time you're visiting her, you might need to help her clear out some raiders. But basically, you just want to trade with her. And she's actually going to have a rare melee weapon, General Chows Revenge. Now, General Chows Revenge is pretty pricey, 1,700 bottle caps, but it does 58 damage and does 50% more damage against robots. So if you are fighting Sense or notice that you're fighting a lot of Protectrons or Assaultrons or Sentry Bots, this might be a weapon that you want to keep on your arsenal. It doesn't weigh a lot. It's only 3 weight, so very, very light if you have a very light and stealthy character build. You definitely want to keep this around. 50% more damage against robot. It's pretty much going to 1- or 2-shot many of the robots you encounter or synths in the game. So I definitely recommend you check it out. The only thing, it's a little pricey, but you can get it from Trudy. Very easy location and very easy access. All right, and our final melee weapon is going to be found at Sognus Ironworks. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. And this rare melee weapon is the Shish Kebab. Now, the Shish Kebab is something that I already have because I stumbled into this place without even knowing it on like day 1. And basically, you're going to be fighting a bunch of forged members. So they're going to have flamethrowers, Molotov cocktails, easily one of the most frustrating processes ever. And basically, you go inside, you're going to fight off the main boss, and this is the weapon that he's going to have. So because they do have a bunch of Molotov cocktails, I definitely recommend lots of stim packs. Power armor might also be your friend here just so you don't get cooked by all the damage, but you're going to have some unbelievable fun with this weapon. I don't even know how it like works physically, but it's pretty epic. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's basically a giant sword with a flamethrower attached to it. I mean, what is better than that? So I definitely recommend going to Sognus Ironworks, getting yourself the Shish Kebab. It's pretty awesome. Definitely check it out. One of the best and most fun melee weapons to use in the game. Anyways, that's all the information that I have for you guys today, and that's all the weapons that we're going to be covering in my Fallout 4 Ultimate Rare Melee Weapon Guide. Hopefully, you found this video helpful, and hopefully you found one weapon that you can either go obtain or like enough to go use this video to go find. So let me know which one is your favorite in the comment section down below. If you did go on to enjoy the video, a like rating would be awesome. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you like daily Fallout 4 videos like this. Without the way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.